Hey everybody, Aaron here from the Cool Guys Nation, and welcome to the second to last video in my reviewing the new Space Marine Codex series. Today we're going to be looking at the last infantry units that I have not yet reviewed, and that's going to have some fast attack, it's going to have some elites, and it's going to have some heavies, and then the last video is going to be looking at the formations. So let's go ahead and get started. First we're going to look at the Crusader Squad, and pretty much this Crusader Squad is exactly the same. Although in the heavy weapon slot it can now take the grav and grav amp, and that's pretty cool because you don't need to take 10 in order to get 2 weapons. The other change is the Neophyte has a weapon skill and ballistic skill of 4 instead of 3, so that's also pretty good too. Next we're going to be taking a look at the Assault Squad, and when I first saw this squad I was really happy because I thought they made it cheaper, but they actually didn't. So the Assault Squad went from 85 points to 70 points, but it no longer includes jump packs, so you have to buy the jump pack for 3 points, and that brings it back to 85 points. Other than that, there's really not a whole lot different other than the fact that they now have something called the Eviscerator, which is a close combat attack that gives the squad, it gives one model in the squad armor bane, which that's kind of cool. Yeah, other than that, it looks pretty similar. Okay, next we're going to take a look at the Scout Bike Squad, and just like the regular Scout Squad, the weapon skill and ballistic skill has been upped to 4 from 3. Other than that, the combi weapons are 5 points more expensive, and that's pretty much true for everything that you're going to see. Other than the basic troops, the combi weapons are 5 more points. They went from 5 to 10. So we're going to move right on to the Attack Bike Squad, and here we do have a change. Their points have been dropped by 5, which is pretty nice, but other than that, they're exactly the same. The Bike Squad is exactly the same, except for the Attack Bike is also 5 points less, and if you take the Bike Squad in a detachment and your HQ is on a bike, then he can join the Bike Squad and your Bike Squad counts as a troop choice. I guess that we'll have to look at the detachments to see what that's going to mean. Maybe it opens up another slot, another fast attack slot. I don't know, that's kind of cool though. And then again, your combi weapons are 5 points more expensive. Alright, that's going to bring us right over to the Devastator Squad, and I think everybody knows what's different with the Devastator Squads. They now have access to the grav cannon. Other than that, they look pretty much the same. But, grav cannons. Alright, Terminator Squad, 25 points cheaper. That is awesome. That is really awesome. The other change is that as a dedicated transport, they may choose a Land Raider, a Land Raider Crusader, or a Land Raider Redeemer. Terminator Assault Squad, also 25 points down, but the Thunderhammer Storm Shield is now 10 points instead of 5, and they can also take a Land Raider, a Land Raider Crusader, or a Land Raider Redeemer. Other than that, I think they're pretty much the same. Vanguard Veteran Squad. Points are the same, stats are the same, gear is the same. Heroic Intervention is slightly different. They got rid of the Glorious Intervention and they added Fleet. So that's nice. They can reroll their charge. And then also Power Weapons or Lightning Claws are 10 points cheaper, and a Thunderhammer is 10 points cheaper. So that's pretty nice. Sternguard Veteran Squad. Pretty much exactly the same, except they can take a grav cannon. Other than that, I couldn't find anything different. Maybe I missed something. And last but not least, Legion of the Damned. Aid Unlooked For has been clarified so that when they say you can re-roll the scatter, it now says you can re-roll scatter and the 2d6 that go along with the scatter. I think that's what they intended before, but I know that rules as written that didn't, make sense, so there was some controversy over it, but they've made it very clear now. I believe their flaming projectiles are exactly the same. Slow and purposeful, unyielding specters, all the same. 3+ invulnerable. They can take a specialty weapon grav pistol, but they cannot take the heavy grav gun. So if you wanted to take it, get slow and purposeful, walk around the board with your heavy grav gun, that's not going to happen. And then also their combi weapons are an additional 5 points from where they were before. All right, that brings us to the end of this part. Next, in our last video, we are going to be taking a look at formations. This has been Aaron from the Cool Guys Nation.